So we decided the best approach would be the simplest one, that we would approach it purely through the puberty angle, because all young people will go through puberty, irrespective of whether they have special needs or not. We went in and we mingled while they were having coffee before the presentation actually started, and I think that made a big difference. It set the atmosphere for the rest of the presentation. When people come into a room and you're set up with your PowerPoint, and it's very much them and us, and I deliberately sat to the side of where Marion was presenting and she did the other way, so we were almost more part of the audience than actually presenting. It was very sort of laid back, I would say, in a good way. We started the presentation by saying that we acknowledged that we weren't experts, that they were definitely the experts with their children, and that we respected that. But we'd like to think we could offer them some support around puberty and specific questions. And that was our area of expertise. It is the human element. It was coming at it, first of all, as human beings, I think, and not as professionals. And understanding that parents with children with SEND are usually professionaled out. They usually need social services involvement. They don't need another professional to come in and start in them how to do their job of parenting. And I think it's keeping the messages not simplistic at all, but uncomplicated, and there's a big difference. And again, the feedback from the parents was they liked the plain speaking. We could talk fairly graphically about the physical changes that their children would go through, and then that caused hysterics really, because their mums were obviously talking about their children and some of the surprises that they've had to deal with. Especially when you're very personal care for your young people, it's apparent that changes are happening. So that was it was just a nice moment really to realise to a different degree we've all gone through that. So yeah, it was really nice. So basically, human approach, uncomplicated, but that doesn't mean not sophisticated, and just sort of caring about it and listening as much as you're speaking. If you come in believing that you know more than the people in the room, you are going to come a cropper. You are going to hear about it, and especially those parents who are used to fighting and campaigning and fighting for the rights of their children. They're certainly not going to suffer fools gladly, I don't think. Just the usual communication skills that we don't think about is just encouraging the parents to speak. And a lot of the discussion was about between the parents. It wasn't always to us, and that was really nice, because then we could pick up on things that people were bringing up in the discussions as well, and then build that into the presentation. The feedback we got from following the workshop was how refreshing it was. It was very plain speaking, that they didn't feel patronised, that it gave them all the basic information they need to then go away and tailor for the needs of their individual children.